Hello, my loves. Welcome to a new pick a card reading. Today, we're going to be taking a look at, has your special person, especially if you have been going through challenges, blocks, maybe a separation, maybe there's little to no contact, and you just don't know right now what's going on. We're going to take a look at, have they moved on? Or are they considering moving on? Okay, so there is a trigger warning here. If you're feeling very sensitive at this time, then you don't have to watch this reading. But we are going to be taking a look at what are some of those, sometimes things are complicated. So what are those emotions that they are going through? What are they thinking and feeling about you? And do they wish to reconcile and work it out, or are they considering moving on? Okay, so if you're new to this channel, welcome. I am Dr. V. It is so great to have you here. Thank you to everyone who's part of this beautiful soul family for all of your support, your comments, your emails, and to, of course, all of my amazing private clients. You know who you are. It is an absolute honor to work with you. Is a general reading, so make sure that you are gentle with yourself. Not everything may resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. But if you're at that point where you are feeling very heartbroken, emotionally exhausted, it has felt like this connection has been a roller coaster, and you just need clarity on where you stand so you can make some really great decisions as you move forward, then I highly recommend that you have the live reading experience with me. I'm one of the few people who offers this because I just love seeing you on video call. I think that that connection is very healing, it's very transformative, and Spirit can answer all of your questions right there in real time. I also offer video recorded readings. So if you go to livetarot.com/readings, you can see my entire menu right there. So today I have 3 options for you, and the theme that I chose is judgment, which is really about new beginnings, right? Wanting to reset, reformulate this connection, and maybe have a new beginning with this person. So we're also going to, you can choose your group through each of these significator cards or through Zodiac Signs. So we're going to first look at these cards, and then we will pick the Zodiac Signs, and that will be time-stamped in the box below. If you're the kind of person who doesn't want to look at Zodiac, then you can go ahead and move forward to the timestamp for the pile that you chose. Okay, so for group number 1, this is your image. And this will also be the deck. Each of these are the decks that we will be using for each reading. Group number 2. And group number 3. All right, so now we'll go ahead and choose Zodiac Signs for each group. Let's see what we have for group number 1. We have Aquarius, we have Aries, we have Capricorn, and we have Leo. For group number 2, we have Gemini, we have Taurus, we have Virgo, and Cancer. And for group number 3, we have Libra, we have Pisces, we have Scorpio, And we have Sagittarius. So you may, if you are choosing by zodiac, you can choose either your zodiac sign or you can choose the zodiac sign of your person. Okay, so, or you can choose both and take the messages that resonate. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get started. Have they moved on? Or are they considering moving on? How are they feeling about you at this time with group number 1? All right, my beautiful group number 1 that chose this image. And the zodiac signs that go with this image. I'm not going to say them. Again, trigger alerts. So if you want to know, you can go back to the timestamp. Okay, we're going to start here with Oracle, and then we will do Tarot. And we'll also get specific messages of what your person would say to you from their higher self. So have they moved on? Are they considering moving on? What are they thinking and feeling at this time about group 1? Okay, 2 fell out, so let's just take 2 in this one. All right, so you guys have an extra message here. Let's see. We have gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. We have movement. We have protecting treasure. We have focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Interesting. We have inkpot, problems to be resolved. And we have bow, you are highly thought of. Okay, so I feel like this person, what they're currently focused on is moving on, not from you or this connection, but moving on from whatever problems you guys have experienced in this connection. Okay, so I feel like there's an energy here of we need to fix what has happened here so that we can move forward. And it's interesting because I feel like this person, they think very, very highly of you. Okay, that's for sure. They think very, very highly of you. We already have that right here with this bow energy. Okay, so I don't feel that there is any issue here about them wanting to move on from you into anything else. But I think what they're really, really focused on is, okay, maybe things have not been easy, right? Maybe there are definite problems that need to be resolved, okay? So in their mind, maybe they have expressed this to you, maybe they haven't expressed this to you quite just yet, but I feel like group 1, there's definitely things that this person wants to talk to you about that may be blocking them from, or has blocked them from truly moving forward. I think that's the main issue here. And maybe there's something that is within them, there are things that they need to tell you about that maybe they just haven't had the guts to do so far. You know, I feel like this person definitely has some something in them that it's not easy for them to express things that bother them. I think that's one of the problems that this person has when it comes to relationships and when it comes to their relationship with you. They tend to be silent when something happens that they don't like, because I feel that they have a fear of confrontation. Okay, so they feel afraid of confronting. Okay, so what they try to do is, because they love you so much and they value, or they valued this relationship so much. Look at this person. See how they're kind of like trying to protect this treasure by putting their entire body on it. See? So, and with the umbrella too, it's like they're like so focused on, oh, I'm gonna, look at me, I'm gonna lie down on this treasure, I'm gonna put this umbrella on, I'm gonna protect it. So I feel like this person is very protective of you and what you have, but in their need and desire to desperately protect this relationship, I feel like they don't like to confront the problems. Okay, they're too afraid. They're afraid of saying what they truly think and feel sometimes. If there are things that really bother them, if there are things that they are repressing about the relationship, I feel like this is a problem. Like they don't know how to come out and say it. They try to protect. They try to deflect. They try to keep silent. They're like, no, this has to be protected no matter what, because I don't want to lose you. So I feel like this person definitely needs to come to a place where it's like they need to stop being afraid that they'll lose the relationship. Okay, they need to stop being afraid that if they speak up, the problems won't be resolved. Okay, like it's just going to create more problems. So I feel like while they think very, very highly of you, they don't think highly enough about themselves. I feel like they really struggle with wanting to just focus on the love, which is a beautiful thing, looking only for the good, which is a beautiful thing. But if there is something wrong, if something is not working, or if something you need to talk about, why some of your emotional needs are not being met, or you're not getting what you want in the relationship, but you're just trying to bury it because you don't want to rock the boat, you don't want to lose the person, that's a problem too. I feel like they're focused too much on making it work, but they're trying to make it work by not talking about their issues. Okay, and that is why I feel like this person, if you guys if there's some silence between you, if maybe they have stepped away because they don't know what to say, so now they're quiet, right? They want movement forward, but that movement is not happening, even though they desire it, right? And the movement they may have taken is to step back. Okay, but I feel like this person doesn't want to move on from you. We're seeing this gates of triumph, like they want to open the new door because they see that on the other side you guys can still succeed, right? There's still so much hope and optimism in this person. Success expands. Like they want this relationship to work out. They want it to work. But I feel like there's certain things that they definitely need to talk about in order for this to truly work, okay? Because they are not fully talking about whatever is bothering them. And you might be getting this energy as well, right? You may feel like something's not right with this person, but they're not telling me, okay? They're too afraid to tell you, or they're too insecure to tell you, or they're just not comfortable sometimes opening up their entire feelings and being vulnerable about it, nor do they wish to criticize you. I also feel like that's the other thing. Like they don't want to appear critical. They don't want you to misunderstand and feel that they are criticizing you in some way. What else? What else is going on with this person's feelings? So I think the main answer to have they moved on, or are they considering moving on, is no. But at the same time, they're also struggling with how to convey, like how to communicate whatever may be bothering them at this time. Okay, so for me, like I feel like what I would say to you is maybe there is some honest conversation that needs to happen here. Okay, like something that has not happened that needs to happen. The Hierophant. Ace of Cups. See, this person is definitely not wanting to move on from you. Okay, they want that new beginning. The Chariot, there you go, more movement. See, movement plus the Chariot, as in they want this relationship to move forward. But there's something here that it's almost like there's something here that needs to be talked about. Page of Cups, same thing. Okay, communication. There's something here that needs to be communicated in order for this to move forward. So I do feel like there might be a standstill right now. Okay, there might be something that is standing still, and it might have to do with your beliefs. Okay, there's a rigidity here in the Hierophant, right? Sometimes it is a harder energy. It's an energy of, I have my beliefs, you have your beliefs. Sometimes you are strict about your beliefs, or you're not as open-minded. Maybe I'm not as open-minded. There's something here about being more open-minded and accepting of how each of you moves through life and what's important to you and how you make your decisions. Because I feel like there's something here about, there's a lot of love, but there may be different perspectives on how to do things. There may be different perspectives on how what you want to do in life, where you want to go, what choices do you make? And sometimes there's a tension there. I feel like this person feels that there is a tension there in how you guys are moving forward in your lives. Now, this Hierophant to me also represents maybe there is a tension here on, what kind of commitment you might want. Like, I don't know if one of you really believes in marriage and the other one doesn't really want to get married. Take that as it resonates. For some of you, there is some tension on how you see commitment. Like, some of you feel like, I don't need a piece of paper to be completely committed to you. Others of you are like, no, I still believe in traditional marriage and family and all of these things. So there's something here about maybe your beliefs being different, and somebody here is too afraid to talk about that. But I feel like it's gonna have to happen for you guys to have this Ace of Cups, okay? Because this person, they definitely want to have a new life with you. They definitely see you as where they have put all of their hopes and emotions for this new life and for this relationship to truly move forward. But each of you has to really be honest about where you want it to move forward to. Because there's something there about, okay, I have my own vision of how I want this to move forward. Is it the same as your vision of how I want this to move forward? And maybe so far the communication around that hasn't been very masterful. Like, Page of Cups is very kind of like a little bit of like this immature energy of like, okay, I would rather run from the difficult conversation than actually have the difficult conversation. So I feel like there is a conversation here that needs to be had that maybe you guys are both have been avoiding, right? But now it's like, it's important to have it. I have awakened to our connection. I know we have a timeless bond between us. See? So there is a beautiful timeless bond here. Again, I feel like this just shows us that this person is not moving on or does not wish to move on from you, but they want to move on with you to the next step. Still listening. I listen to the music you've shared with me. It helps me to connect with you, although we are apart. Okay, so yeah. So for some of you, there's definitely been some sort of like, we need to pause here because, there are things that are not being said. Let's see, what else? What else can you tell us, Spirit? Yeah, see, there you go. Oh my gosh, denial and repression, big goals. Lessons. and home. See? So to me, this is so attuned to everything that we have been already feeling in this connection for you, group one. You guys have definitely been in denial about what needs to be talked about. So I feel like, again, the main focus of this reading is there is a difficult conversation that needs to be had here, but both of you may not be ready for that. Or maybe so far you have denied it, you have repressed it, you have tried to put it aside. But the more you did that, the bigger it grew. Okay, the bigger it grew, and now it may have turned into some sort of silence because people don't have the courage or the guts to talk about it quite just yet. But I feel like that time is now coming. Okay, for some of you, it really does have to do with some sort of goals. Like I said before, like the way you make decisions, the things you do, the way you see your future life. Are you ready? You know, is one person ready for marriage? The other person isn't or doesn't want it. There's something here about how each of you pursue your goals, or how each of you envision your future life to be, and what you want that life to look like together. Okay, so there are lessons to be learned here for sure, I think, for both of you. And I think the main lesson here is going to be, how do you see yourselves creating this home? And the home is both literal and emotional, right? Like, it's physical home for some of you. Maybe you guys are in a long distance relationship and that's making it tough. Do you want to combine homes? Do you want to move in together? Do you want to move closer together? Do you want to be in the same town? Do you want to be under the same roof? So there's a physical aspect to, okay, there's decisions or conversations that have to be made about home. And then the other part of it is the emotional part. Like, do you consider each other your home emotionally? Are you ready to really create that space for each other? Are you ready to move towards that? Because we have a lot of movement, right? We have a lot of movement forward with the chariot and movement energy here. And I feel like that movement is going to happen, especially if you feel stuck right now. That movement forward together is going to happen when you come together and have the conversation and you resolve the problem, whatever is that block. And then you're going to be able to have that Ace of Cups. Then you're going to be able to define what that home truly means to you. And there will be no more denial. That's where this is going. So I think that is beautiful. I think that conversation, you both are getting ready to have that conversation, and it's coming. So this is what I have for you. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. They're great problem solvers for your urgent questions at home. Everything is at livetarot.com, so make sure you check it out. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe and like this video. You have no idea how much it supports me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all on the next one. My beautiful group 2 that chose this image and the Zodiac signs, I won't say, but if you'd like to see what they are, you can go to the timestamp for that. Okay, so we're going to take a look at, has your person moved on, or are they considering moving on if you've been having troubles, and how are they actually feeling about you? So we're going to start with oracle cards, then we will do your tarot, and we'll also get specific messages. What would they say to you from their higher self? How does your person feel about you? Have they moved on, or are they considering moving on? Fellow travelers, support is all around you. Stuck in the mud. Show simple acts of kindness. A simple act of kindness can energize you and bring happiness to those around you. We have ant, work, achievement, and success. And we have haystack, karma, you will reap what you have sown. All right, so I do feel that this person is stuck right now, okay? We're getting the clear energy of stuck in the mud. I feel like for them, it's gonna have to be more of an issue of, will you move on from them versus them moving on from you? Like, that's the energy that I'm getting. I feel that this person has a lot of regret on what has happened. I feel like they understand that maybe they're the ones who made things difficult in this situation, much more so than you did. And now they are starting to get their karma, as in they're starting to see, the negative results of this. Okay, so I almost feel like group 2, for some of you, you might be watching this reading particularly because you feel that this person has not behaved well with you, and you want to know if they are aware of that. You know how sometimes, like, we feel like, you know, we loved somebody so much, but they didn't value us, they didn't see our love, you know, they did other things that weren't right, and we want to know, like, do they even get it? Do they even get how much they hurt me? Are they even getting their, like, consequences? So I almost feel like that's what this reading is all about. Have they moved on? No, they haven't. I feel like they are stuck in the mud of their own consequences right now. They are feeling the karma. I mean, we are getting specific karmic energy here, right? Like, they are feeling the karma. I feel like there was something about the way they handled things in this relationship that may have come across as unkind, okay? I don't know if they were triggered, if they lashed out at you, if they were very reactive to you. Maybe just things happened where that they just went into reactive mode. I just feel like they are going through a time of regret. You know, they are getting their consequences. I feel that this person may also have been somebody who is used to getting their way. They might have a certain level of success in their life. Like, they might have, you know, they might be some sort of a leader or boss at work. They may make a lot of excuses that, you know, about work, like, oh no, like everything is kind of an excuse. Like, whenever they don't do well in their personal life, or whenever they're not doing good in a relationship, it's like they give the excuse of, oh, you know, I'm very distracted by my work. It becomes their crutch. It becomes their way of trying to dismiss or, you know, talk away the ways in which they are not showing up in a personal relationship. So I feel like that's also coming back to bite them. Like, they know that you know that it's an excuse. Okay. And so I feel like this person is feeling stuck around the ways in which they let you down. Okay, because I feel like this person has let you down in some way. Either they were not emotionally available, they gave excuses as to why they're not emotionally available. A lot of it could have been work related, right? I feel like right now they're feeling very alone. Okay, they're feeling very alone, and they're starting to realize that they're the ones who created this mess for themselves. And I wouldn't be surprised also if this person also pushes away other people in their life, not just you. I do feel a pushing energy from this person. Like, they tend to push the people who truly loved them. They push them away at some point. And that might be because of their own childhood wounds, their own kind of triggers. Like, if you look at this, you do see a child that looks sad here, okay? So I feel like this person may have certain, you know, childhood wounds and triggers that they are carrying that make them kind of push love away because they're afraid of being loved, like, or there's a part of them that feels like they are unworthy of being loved, or that even if they have love now, it will be taken away at some point, so why bother? Like, there's something in there, right? And I feel like they lash out by when that child, that inner child wound is triggered in them, I feel like that's when they begin to kind of lash out and say, well, I don't need love. Okay, I don't need love. I'm all right the way I am. I don't need this. I don't want this. You know, you're asking too much. I wouldn't be surprised if this person has said something like that to you, like, oh, you're asking too much, even though you weren't, right? You're just expecting what is normal in a normal relationship. And this person may not even be able to deliver that at some level. Okay. So I feel like right now they're feeling very alone. They wish they had more support around them, but maybe they have alienated the people who have supported them, including you. Maybe even family and friends as well. So now they're feeling like they're very alone, like they are a traveler that is traveling alone in life right now with no fellow travelers to actually give them that kind of love and support that they truly want. I think that is definitely a problem for them, and they're feeling very alone at this time. Okay. They're regretful. They are stuck. They haven't moved on from you. They do miss you if they have been out of touch, or you have said, you know what, I'm done with your behavior. I'm going to step back, even though I still love you, even though you're still on my mind. I'm going to step back from this. This person has definitely not moved on. They're very stuck in, their own emotions around what's happened here. They are also beginning to see how their karma is coming back to them. And the karma, I feel like the consequences and the karma that they are feeling is through feeling alone. Okay, is through feeling isolated. So what else are they feeling, Spirit? What else are they feeling? What else are they feeling? Seven of Wands, see? Defensiveness. Okay, so this person definitely tends to be defensive. Five of Pentacles. Again, stuck on the outside looking in, feeling very alone. Like I said, wow, this is a confirmation. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation that they feel incredibly alone and isolated, rejected. Okay, the Creator, rejected. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. So I feel like this person is definitely wanting to manifest, create something much better than what they have kind of created for themselves right now. And I feel like they are definitely understanding and really accepting, coming to an acceptance of the fact that they created this themselves. Okay, like this is not something that was put upon them. This is not something that, you did to them. They're very much now starting to understand that they literally are the creator of this experience. The experience that they are having right now of feeling very alone. Five of Pentacles, feeling rejected by you and possibly by other people in their life that they've also alienated. But again, I feel like it has to do with something in that inner child. Something triggers them. Something makes them push people away. And then they end up alone in that Five of Pentacles feeling rejected. But then they're like, wait a second, I'm the one who created this. So there's definitely a cycle of resistance that this person is very kind of used to. Okay, Seven of Wands. They can be very stubborn. They can be very defensive. They tend to try to defend their actions. They tend to try to defend their reaction, You know, the way that they get like either are reactive to things or they kind of lash out about things. And again, I feel like with this show simple acts of kindness, I think they realize that again, they have not been kind in many instances to you as well as to other people. And that's something that they absolutely have to work on. I feel like this person really does see you as the person they want to build their life with, okay? Whether or not you guys want to get married or not, it doesn't really matter. It's more about this energy of partnership, okay? I feel like they're painfully right now realizing that they are stuck in the mud because they cannot or don't have the ability yet to be a solid partner. They tend to deflect. They tend to keep you at arm's length, or they tend to push you away. And I feel like, but there is definitely a deep desire within them at this time to become a better partner, to be able to embody this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is a very grounded, earthy, stable energy of good partnership. Okay, so it's beautiful to me that that came up with the creator energy. So it shows us that they are aware. They're coming into awareness. They're coming into this energy of like, look, I've created all of this. So if I have created all the negative, it is possible for me to shift and create the positive now. It is possible for me to recreate myself as a good partner here. You know, that it is, if this is what I truly want, if I don't want to keep pushing people away. It's always been you. I don't know how to tell you the truth. I want a new beginning. See? So this person wants this new beginning with you. They want to be a good partner to you. Soon, I'm going to contact you soon. See? There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Let's see what else. Self-worth. Not surprising. I think that's probably the main issue here. Why this person keeps pushing good people away, unawakened. See? Chaser. Karmic partner. Okay. So I feel like this person has definitely dealt with difficult, maybe very painful partnerships in the past, okay? So they could have been married in the past. They could have had, committed relationships, serious relationships that did not work out and really left them in a bad place. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if they've had these karmic partners in the past that have really made them react even more, that have really made them question their self-worth, which I think was already weak to begin with. Going back to that inner child, whatever these inner child traumas are, I think they've really, really affected this person's sense of self-worth. And that's another reason why they push people away. I think it's because they feel that they are not deserving at some point of real love, or that real love will be taken away from them. So they keep themselves unawakened. And I think when it comes to you, I think they have felt such a deep connection to you, but it's almost like they have to keep themselves unawakened from it. Like they have to keep themselves a little bit distant from it because they don't know if they can trust it, because nothing they've ever trusted before really ever worked out. Okay, so there's a lot of this repressive, stubborn, defiant, kind of guarded energy from this person. And so they feel like every time they have chased love, it has never worked out. Okay, it is always kind of just blown up in their own face, right? So I feel like this person feels through, if there's been a separation or if there's been, some sort of like, the more they are feeling like they are isolated, right? The more they feel like they have lost you, that they haven't been excuse me, a good partner to you. I feel like they're coming back to that creator energy. okay? Which means that there's something in them that feels that you are different, okay? You are not the same as the other people from the past, okay? There's something very special about you. You are not like the others. You are worth the effort. You are worth the risk of trying this again, of trying to be the creator. So this is why I feel like this soon, I'm going to contact you soon, is part of this chaser energy. This person is going to come back into your life, and they're going to contact you, and they're going to try to step up and be that creator. No more excuses, no more pushing away. Really, really claiming the love, claiming what this means. This is where this person is going. Wow, beautiful. So this is what I have for you. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I have created and used in this reading. They're great problem solvers at home to answer your urgent questions. Everything is at livetarot.com, so make sure you check that out. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and like this video. You have no idea how much it supports me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next one. My beautiful group 3 that chose this image and these zodiac signs right here, which you can find out what they are in the timestamp below if you don't know. Let's take a look at, have they moved on? Are they considering moving on? How are they thinking and feeling about you, group 3? So we will start with oracle, then we will do tarot, and we'll also get specific messages from their higher self to you. So have they moved on? Are they considering moving on? How are they feeling about group 3? See what we have here. We have choosing your path. All is possible. We have compass. Interesting. We have look at your pattern in relationships. It requires inner strength to recognize that you need to change or modify your behaviors. We have dog, protection from a powerful friend. And we have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. Okay. So it's interesting how we have two energies here of direction, okay? So I feel like this person is currently feeling very lost. I don't think that they even know whether they should move on or not. I feel like they are just at a standstill. If you look at this person right here, see how they're just standing there? They're looking at different paths. They're trying to choose a path, but they're not actually moving, right? They're not actually moving on towards the path. They're kind of at that standstill where they're trying to choose, they're trying to decide. I feel like that's where your person is at right now, and it has nothing to do with you. I feel like they themselves are going through a very kind of dark night of the soul where they have to look at their own behavior and patterns in relationships. Because if they have alienated you, if they have, pushed you away or made you feel like, you know, they may or may not want to be with you. They do want to be with you, but then they kind of pull away. If they've been doing all of that, it's because they know that they lack a direction. They themselves don't have a compass in terms of where are they actually going? What do they actually want out of love, out of relationships, out of life? I feel like they're having this very kind of soul searching existential moment where they have to figure out who they are, because until they figure out who they are and why they behave the way they do, they can't fully love you or move towards you or move on with you. So this is where I feel that this person, because they can see and they're at a standstill and they know that they don't have direction, they're starting to finally see what kind of patterns they've had in relationships. And I think they're starting to see that the patterns that they have are not very good. They're starting to see that maybe they self-sabotage in relationships. Maybe they have toxic patterns in relationships. Maybe the more they get closer to somebody, the more toxic it gets for them. So I feel like this person doesn't want to move on from you, but they also know that if there's been a separation, if, you know, they've held back or you've held back or both of you have, that they know that they cannot come back and move forward with you and move on with you without looking at themselves first or fixing what these patterns are. And until they fix what these patterns are, they're gonna kind of stay just standing there looking at the different paths, right? Like they're not gonna make a decision. So I feel that this person has a lot of sadness over the fact that maybe they have failed you in some way. They do feel that they have failed you in some way. They do feel that you deserved more protection and loyalty than they were able to give you, than they actually did give you. They didn't protect you from the toxic parts of themselves. They didn't try to heal those parts of themselves before they moved forward with you. And then you probably got to like see what that's really like, right? And so that's something they feel sad about. That's something that they regret. But it's also stuff that comes out when they fall in love. When they're in that relationship, it comes out even more. And so I feel like they regret that they didn't protect you from that part of it. I also feel that they are waiting. There's some sort of waiting period here where it's almost like they are also wanting to see where you're at. They don't know. Maybe you have withdrawn from them in the sense that you're very mysterious at this time. Maybe they can't find out what's going on with you, where you are, what you're doing. I feel like they are also waiting to find out something more. They don't know where you stand. They may not know what is going on with you. Very interesting. But I do feel that this person has not moved on because they're actually not even really moving on in life. I feel like they're struggling to move on in many places in their life because they do lack that direction. Okay, so let's take a look at your tarot. What else can you tell us, Spirit? How does this person, what else are they feeling, thinking? What's going on? Let's go deeper. What else can you tell us? What would they say to you about this situation they're in. We're going to take a look at that as well. Justice. See, they know that they haven't been fair to you. That is for sure. Okay, they know they have not been fair to you. Knight of Cups. See, they have not moved on from you. In fact, they want to, you know, come back and offer you their cup of love, but I feel like there's a bit of shame around it. Ace of Swords. They know that they have to think differently, act differently. Again, I feel like Ace of Swords is also the energy of, you know, I've really ruined things with the way I think and the way I behave from my thoughts. King of Cups. See, they love you. There's a lot of emotion that they feel towards you. There's, like I said, there's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of sadness. There's a lot of I have let you down energy. And I think the tarot shows that very clearly with this Justice and the King of Cups as being kind of like the anchoring energies here. I just feel like this person is very deeply aware that they have been unfair to you, that they have done you a disservice, or they have been unjust to you in some way. Okay? They have been unjust to you. Now, I'm also feeling for some of you, and this is just for some of you, not for everybody, but I also feel that part of the reason for this lack of direction, this standstill energy, or this, you know, patterns in relationships, along with this Justice, I feel like for some of you, there is a third party situation. Okay, this person could be married to somebody else. That's why they're standing still. They don't have a direction. They don't know what they should do. Should they move on from the other person, or should they let you go? I feel like they're still at that standstill, and they also realize that they have done you wrong. They have let you down by putting you in that third party situation, right? And they know that if they are to move on from the other person, it's going to require something legal. So they might be, you know, really thinking through that. Like, do I want to go to court? Do I want to lose money, kids, whatever it is, right? So I feel like part of the reason for some of you, this person is really very troubled and regretful of how they have treated you. It's because they put you in this third party situation. And there is definitely a selfish energy, because with this King of Cups, it's like they can't let go because they truly love you. So it's kind of like they're not choosing the path, right? Like they're not choosing, okay, if I really love you, then I should choose you. But then why are they staying in that situation, right? So there's something here. I feel like they're looking for the answer. They're looking for the right direction. They haven't been able to find it, or they haven't been able to have the courage to actually take that direction. And that is why they need to get really clear on the patterns. You know, why are they enacting these kind of bad patterns in relationships, right? They also know, and again, it doesn't matter if it's a third party situation or not, they also know that, you know, they need to start looking at things differently in their life. You know, like they've let their perspective, they've let their limited perspective or their own selfishness or their own kind of, you know, very narrow thinking create certain patterns that are hurtful to you and to others possibly. So they are coming to a point where it's like, okay, if I ever want to move forward, right now I'm kind of at a standstill. I'm just standing there trying to choose a path. And it doesn't matter whether it's a third party or not. The path is still not chosen. They're still not choosing a path, right? They know that they're going to have to think differently in order to do that. Like they can't call upon the same kind of thinking, the same kind of mental energy, like the same thoughts again and again, in order to actually have a new life or move forward or make a change here. Like it's like they know that they have to do something about their thoughts, because ultimately I feel like they want to offer you their love. They want to offer you something here. They do wish to move on with you. They're just not seeing the path forward right now based on wherever they're at in their own life and in their own mental and emotional struggles. But the problem is, energetically, they're holding on to you because they love you so much. They don't want to let you go, even if it's unfair, right? Even if it's unfair to you. And that's something that they also are struggling with. I love you, but I'm afraid to reach out and have you reject me. Okay, so for some of you, maybe you've just been like, I'm done with you. Like, you've put me in a third party, or you've been so unfair to me, or you've really let me down. You know, like, so now they're afraid if they reach out to you, you might just be like, you know, screw you, right? You're so special. You're truly divine. I've never felt energy like yours before, and I can't get enough. See, this is another reason, this King of Cups, like, this is another reason why they can't seem to let you go. You know, it's like they can't be fair to you. It's like there's a bit of this selfish energy. It's like they want you, even if they can't fully be with you, or even if they're like not in a position to give you, Knight of Cups, this very slow moving energy. They're not yet in a position to give you what you deserve. Okay. See, ascend. That's for sure. This person definitely needs that. To me is very much like that Ace of Swords, right? It's like you need to ascend, you need to evolve, you need to get to that next level in your thinking, in your awareness, in order to make a real offer. Otherwise, the offers that they make are always going to be limited. They're always either not going to make the offer, or whatever they're capable of giving is not something that's going to satisfy you, because there is a level of deception in it. See, either they are deceiving themselves, or like this to me is also part of that third party energy. You know, they're deceiving somebody else in order to have you, right? So there's a lot of complicated energy in this person that needs to be worked out, because see, I feel like they have definitely done some wrongs that for which they have to make amends. Like they have to ask for forgiveness. I do feel this person has let you down in many ways. And even though you may still love them, of course, it's so hard when you love somebody, you know, to let it go when they've let you down so much. They've also let themselves down. And for those of you in third party situations, they let the other person down as well. So this person has amends to make. And I feel like, again, they are not going to move on. They're not going to move forward until they ask your forgiveness, until they ask for forgiveness for whatever it is that they have done. And I feel like they are in the midst of trying to figure out like how they can be honest with themselves, with you, and if there's another person, because this deception energy is going to keep this person stuck and without direction. Okay, so once they get honest, and they are brutally honest with themselves and really come out of this, like I said, there's a dark night of the soul here. There's a real cycle that this person is going through, where they have to truly define or redefine who they are, what their values are, where they're going in life, what offers do they truly wish to make. Can they make an offer? Can they ascend? Can they evolve into a better human being that is just much more in tune with who they are and has a plan for what they want and where they're going? And can they, you know, forgive themselves and ask for forgiveness for the places where they have gone off track and maybe done things or, you know, made decisions that were hurtful to other people, especially you? Okay, so I feel like this person is in the struggle right now with dealing with all of this, okay? But they are very aware of the hurt that they have caused. And so they may actually reach out to you and ask for your forgiveness. And then from there, they might do this Knight of Cups where they're like, you know, inching forward towards you, seeking your attention, your forgiveness, trying to be fair to you, trying to, you know, put themselves in a position where they can actually make you a real offer. Okay, so this is what I have for you. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you could do the live or the video recorded. You can also order any of the oracle decks that I've created and used in this reading. They're great problem solvers for your urgent questions at home. Everything is at livetarot.com, so make sure you check it out. And if you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe and give this video a like. You have no idea how much it supports me. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all on the next one.